Okay, everyone, this is the group for presentation, and our topic for today will be unfolding the emotional self. What is unfolding the emotional self? For me, the unfolding emotional self, in my own perception, pertains to focusing no one's emotions, feeling, and ability to react on something or someone intended to be. And it defines how an emotion being controlled on a specific situation and rather giving reaction on what the feels may it be. And also, unfolding new emotions means discovering more about your emotions and feelings. And also, from the standpoint, unfolding emotional self is a freedom of what someone or personally wanting to express his or her emotions and feeling. And it comes to a point that someone can express their emotions, rather feelings, depending on any act they had initially gained at specific circumstances. Human emotions. What is human emotions for me? It deals on what we are feeling to someone or something. It is gained on how our mind gives what is initially needed part to a specific matter. And also it basically portrays what we feel such for the specific happenings, either simple conversations. And also, human emotions is what describes our feelings as humans. Also, human emotions are definitely a wide range because it is basically the variety of feelings we might gain into such specific situations. And it interprets our mind and ability to feel any situational communication verbally, physically, mentally, and each other.
Emotion, the mental portrayal of what is going on in your body when you have an emotion and is the byproduct of your brain perceiving and assigning meaning to the emotion. This is my own words, ma'am. Sinulat ko lang po sa notes. Um, an emotional form po kasi, an emotional expression is a behavior that communicates an emotional state or attitude. It can be verbal and non-verbal po and can occur with or without self-awareness. Kagaya po example po, pag nakakita tayo ng buaya, natural po sa atin yung makaramdam ng takot at kaba. Siyempre, kailangan nating tumakbo para maligtas yung ating sarili. In other words po, ang ating mga emosyon po ay nakadepende sa kung paano tayo gagawa ng isang desisyon at action sa mga kagaya nitong sitwasyon. Yun po. Feelings. Thus, feelings are subjective experiences that frame our interpretation of emotion. Feelings are subjective since they are based on our beliefs and past experiences. Um, Yun po. For me po ay, feelings are signals from the body that help us understand ourselves and make good decision. For example po, feeling fear in a situation like crossing in the street in traffic is a useful signal to stay safe. Kapag, example din po, kapag feeling mo na nafe-feel mo na proud ka kasi nakagawa ka ng isang magandang bagay. Example din po is yung na disappoint mo yung sarili mo kasi you don't do well on a test. You might feel relaxed kapag kasama mo yung mga friends mo, nasa isang table kayo, sabay-sabay nagtitake ng lunch. Tsaka din po yung nakakaramdam ka ng kaba bago magsimula yung quiz or exam. Therefore, conclude that feelings are experienced consciously, while emotions manifest either consciously or subconsciously. Yan po.
Good day everyone, I am Jubilin Manrique and I'm going to discuss about emotional intelligence. So, before I discuss emotional intelligence, anyone of the class who know what is emotional intelligence? Anyone of the class? Kapag naririnig nyo yung salitang emotional intelligence, ano agad yung pumapasok sa inyong isipan? Ano yung, sa inyong opinion, ano yung ibig sabihin nito? Emotional intelligence. It is an array of non-cognitive abilities. Ano nga ba yung cognitive abilities na sinasabi sa emotional intelligence? Ang cognitive abilities po ay mga kakayahan po natin ito sa pag-iisip. Kagaya po ng sa pagmemorya, tsaka po sa pag-solve ng mga problem. Yun po yung mga halimbawa ng cognitive abilities. Emotional intelligence is competencies and skills that influence one's ability to succeed in coping with environmental demands and pressures. So, kung makikita po natin sa PowerPoint, may mga nakapaloob po na salita sa emotional intelligence. Andyan po yung social skills, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and self-awareness. Lahat po yan ay mapapag-aralan po natin. Kung bakit po ba sila nakakaugnay sa emotional intelligence. So, i-discuss ko po yan. Two general aspects of emotional intelligence. So, dito na po papasok yung sinasabi ko po kanina sa inyo na mga nakapaloob na salita sa emotional intelligence. We have intrapersonal and interpersonal. Anyone of the class who know what is intrapersonal? Kapag naririnig niyo po yung salitang intrapersonal, ano po yung nabubuo niyong salita? Ano po yung sa kahulugan niyo po sa inyong opinion? Ano pong kayang ibig sabihin nito? Ang intrapersonal po, ito po yung ginagawa nating pagkausap sa ating sarili. Katulad po ng pag-iisip at pagmumuni-muni. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng intrapersonal. Halimbawa po ng intrapersonal halimbawa po, papasok po kayo ng college. Hindi nyo po alam yung kukunin yung kurso. So, kakausapin nyo po yung sa sarili nyo po. Sabi, ano nga po ba dapat ang kukunin kong kurso? Yung nababagay po sa akin. So, we have 5 skills of intrapersonal. So, we have emotional awareness, assertiveness, self-image, purposeful, and independence. So, emotional awareness is a self-awareness, knowing your own qualities and pitfalls. Ano nga ba yung qualities and pitfalls na sinasabi? Ang qualities, ito yung mga katangian natin sa ating sarili. At ang pitfalls naman, ito yung mga patibong natin sa ating buhay. Assertiveness, standing up for yourself while respecting others. Dito na pumapasok yung pagrespeto natin sa ibang tao. Kung paano nga ba nating pakikisamahan ng maayos. Self-image, acceptance of your own positive and negative characteristic. Yung self-image na ngayon ito yung wala tayong tiwala sa ating sarili. Yung parang dinadown natin, hindi tayo nagtitiwala. Puro na lang negative characteristic yung mga inaan natin sa ating katangian. Purposeful, using talents and opportunities. Dapat yung mga talento at oportunidad natin ay inilalabas natin at hindi natin ikinakahiyang ipakita sa ibang tao na kaya naman talaga natin yun. Independence, ability to take independent decisions. Lahat naman tayo dalaga at binata na, kaya kailangan na nating maging independent sa buhay. independent sa pagdedesisyon. Ganun. So, yun po yung 5 skills of intrapersonal. Interpersonal. So, any one of the class who know what is interpersonal? Ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng interpersonal kapag naririnig natin dito? Ano ang ating opinion dito sa salitang interpersonal? Interpersonal. Dito na pumapasok yung pakikipag-ugnayan natin sa ibang tao. Kung kanina, yung sa intrapersonal, yung pakikipag-ugnayan natin sa ating sarili. Dito naman sa interpersonal, tinatawag natin na pakikipag-ugnayan sa ibang tao at kung paano tayo makikipagtungo ng maayos. Interpersonal, we have 3 skills. We have empathy, social responsibility, and problem solving. Empathy is empathizing with others. So meaning dito natin makikita yung comfort natin sa ibang tao na parang nararamdaman din natin yung nararamdaman nilang mga emotion sa buhay. Social responsibility, respectful towards others. Yun na nga. Kailangan nating irespeto ang ibang tao, hindi lang sa ating sarili. Kailangan ang ibang tao din irespeto natin. Para irespeto din tayo. Problem solving, recognizing and analyzing problems. So, yun kailangan nga muna nating alamin kung ano yung problema bago natin ito ma-solve. Problem solving.
Regulation o tinatawag nating self-regulation ay napaka-importante sa ating buhay, especially sa mga sitwasyon na ating nararanasan in every single day. Let's say, controlling yourself in every situation. Ito ang magiging gabay upang makamit natin yung mga dapat nating makuha or our goals. Yung mga bagay na dapat nating matapos at the right time. Don't let your emotion control you. Why? Kasi kapag na-control ka na ng iyong emosyon, puro negative na yung papasok sa utak mo. And because of that, kapag na-control ka na ng iyong emosyon, ito ay may masamang epekto not only for yourself, but also to others. Hindi mo magagawa yung mga bagay na dapat mong matapos in the certain time. Emotional regulation also important to make our own plan. Napaka-importante nito to have a good and useful thing sa ating buhay. Dahil ito yung mga desisyon na nagmula sa atin o ating plinano and alam natin kung ano ang magiging epekto nito sa bawat isa at sa ating sarili. Kasi kapag tayo magdidesisyon, hindi agad-agad tayo na impluwensyahan ng bawat isa kung anong gagawin natin, kung anong dapat natin gawin. Ito yung nagmula sa atin. Then, kung alam mo kung ano yung tama, syempre yun ang gagawin mo. Yun ang magiging decision mo. So, this is our responsibility as individual person to know the rights and what is good for us. Emotional regulation is so important aside from more obvious benefits such as feeling better in the immediate term. Strong emotional regulation skills can also enhance long-term well-being, improve performance at work, enrich personal relationships, and even lead to better overall health. Napaka-importante nito to have a better or good communication to each other. If you're controlling yourself or if you're regulating your emotion, you must be able to have overall health such as self-aware, they have emotional agility, they have strong coping skills, and also they manage their stress levels. Ilan lamang ito sa magandang maidulot ng emotional regulation sa ating pangsariling kapakanan. So what I said earlier can also enhance long-term well-being. Di ba minsan, or kapag tayo ay nalulungkot, or let's say, nadidepress, humihingi tayo ng tulong or extra help sa mga professional like counselor. So, bakit nga man mahalaga yung paghingi natin ng advice sa mga gantong mga tao? Kasi sila yung makakaalam kung ano dapat natin gawin. Sila yung bibigay sa atin kung ano ang dapat at kung ano yung dapat natin itugon sa isang sitwasyon na yon. Right? So in a cultural aspect naman, it allows to suggest that widely shared values in a cultural group influence parental socialization, goals, and practices which turn have an impact on how everyone learn to regulate themselves. Ang mga values and mga ugali na makukuha natin sa mga taong ating mga kahalubilo, whether is negative or positive, it depends to us kung paano natin ito transfer sa ating sarili bilang isang individual. Sa in cultural aspect naman, may tinatawag din tayong co-regulation, means supporting others in dealing with their emotion. Sa co-regulation naman, hindi lang ang ating sarili ang ma-improve or ma-develop. Bagkus ito yung pagtutulungan ng bawat isa to become better themselves by giving some advice what the things is good for everyone. Effective co-regulation is grounded in compassion and creates a positive influence in the community. Kung ang bawat isa ay puro positive ang ibibigay o ipapakita sa ating komunidad, ay magkakaroon tayo ng good communication to each other at magkakaroon tayo ng safe environment where everyone feels a sense of belonging. So ito yung mahalaga sa co-regulation. Hindi lang sarili natin yung ma-improve, hindi lang sarili natin yung ma-develop, bagkus ito yung pagtutulungan or pag-work together to have a better communication in the community. In the emotional regulation naman o tinatawag natin self-regulation, ito yung pag-control natin sa sarili natin. And according to Groves 1987, emotional regulation may take into two forms, which are cognitive reappraisal and suppression. What is the important and the purposes of it to ourselves? Let's talk about cognitive reappraisal. Pag-usapan natin ito kung anong kahalagan nito. Kapag sinabi natin cognitive reappraisal according to Groves, ay ito yung we need to know the situation kung paano ito nagsimula. Huwag muna tayo maghihimasok sa isang sitwasyon if we don't know how it started. Kasi pwede tayo dito mapahamak. Pwede magkaroon ng gulo or pwede maapektuhan yung pakikipag-ugnayan mo sa bawat isa. So, for example, sabihin natin naghimasok ako sa isang situation na yon, but hindi ko alam kung saan nagsimula yon. So ako mapapahamak dito, right? Kasi hindi ko muna inalam kung paano nagsimula to. So ako yung mapapahamak dito. And for example, yung kapatid ko nang hiram sa akin ng mga damit. Nang hiram sa akin ng sabihin natin ng mga bagay na pagmamayari ko. Ba't hindi ko pinahiram? So, yung kapatid ko magsusumbong sa nanay ko. Then yung nanay ko naman pupunta sa akin. Sasabihin ako ng, kapatid mo yan, ba't ang damot mo, kapatid mo naman, ba't niyo pinapahiram? So, sa sitwasyon na ito, yung nanay ko yung may mali dito. Kasi, hindi niya muna ako tinanong kung bakit ko hindi pinahiram yung kapatid na yon. Kung bakit hindi ko pinahiram yung kapatid ko ng mga gamit ko. Right? So, sa cognitive reappraisal, it's look the situation first before we making a conclusion or judging. Huwag muna tayo mag-uhusga sa isang sitwasyon kapag di natin alam kung paano ito nagsimula. Let's talk about suppression naman. Suppression naman ito yung kadalasan ginagamit ng mga tao or mga individual to hide their current emotion. Paggamit ng fake smile, facial expression. Kapag siguro ayaw nila ng gulo. Or pagkukubli ng sakit by using a facial expression. For example, sasabihan ka ng pangit. Sasabihan ka ng pandak. Sasabihan ka ng ang baho mo, ang bobo mo. So, if you don't want to argue with them, syempre gagamit ka ng facial expression to hide your feelings or to hide your emotion. That's why yung mga nanglait sa'yo or yung mga taong nang babatasin ng gantong mga salita ay mapapaisip kasi sasabihin nila o mapapaisip sila na bakit ganito, hindi napaka-big deal sa kanya. That's why tatahimik sila at hindi ka nila lalaitin. So, this is the importance of suppression. But, let's say about excidenticious. What excidenticious is? Excidenticious is a person who hides their pain behind a smile. Sila yung taong ayaw siguro ng, let's say, ayaw nila ng gulo or ayaw lang nilang pahabain yung gulo. That's why they use a facial expression to hide their feelings or emotion. Sometimes or maybe suppression is a practical option. Why? Kasi kapag sa isang sitwasyon, kapag ayaw mo ng gulo,
But yung sarili mo naman yung o yung masasaktan. So yun yung practical na pagpili mo. Ito yung napakahirap na desisyon. Nasaktan ka, tapos pwede mag-leads yun sa anxiety and depression. Kasi hindi mo na ipagtanggol ito yung sarili mo eh. Kinimkim mo yung sarili mo sa sakit. That's why maybe the suppression is the practical option. This is the disadvantage by using this suppression by growth. This is the disadvantage by using this. How to regulate ourselves. In the emotional regulation, we have another way of how to controlling ourselves. They are covert strategies and behavioral strategies. What is the importance of covert strategies sa ating sarili at sa mga taong nakapalibot sa atin? What is the meaning of it? Let's say about covert strategies. Covert strategies is experiential avoidance. Ito yung pag-iwas natin sa isang sitwasyon kung alam natin kung ano maaaring maging epekto nito sa ating sarili at sa mga taong nakapalibot sa atin. And let's talk about behavioral strategies. Ito yung mga activity na maaari natin gawin to controlling ourselves, such as playing basketball, playing volleyball, listening to music, communicating with each other, then eating, pagpapasyal, sa pakikipaglaro. Ilan lamang to sa mga activities na pwede nating gawin o pwede nating gamitin to controlling ourselves kapag nakaka-adapt tayo na sitwasyon na hindi natin alam kung paano to paano to sosolusyonan o paano to bibigyan pansin. That's why we need to have some activities to do para makontrol natin yung ating sarili. Kaya ito yung napaka-importanting bagay na magawa at maisagawa ng isang taong makakaranas ng depression and iba't ibang uri ng sitwasyon na hindi nila alam kung paano ito sosolusyonan or paano nila iko-control ang kanilang sarili sa sitwasyon na yun.
Okay, in learning how to control emotional bursts for me is that we have to give our mind time to properly hold our emotional burst. We should think and aim for regulation and for what it may give as we take an emotional burst. And also, our mind should be responsible dealing on what we feel or how we may react by giving a quick analysis on what we are actually feeling on how our emotions truly is. And also by taking step by step processes and learning how you can handle the situations properly. And also in attaining control emotional burst, personally I think that it deeply matters to give our mind a moment to withstand on our feeling and what it possibly may bring within ourselves and to anyone or anything that gives us emotionally uncomfortability.
What are the hardest emotion to control? Unang-una po ay anger. Ibig sabihin daw nito, when it comes to anger naman, nagkakaroon talaga ang isang tao ng disappointments sa lahat ng efforts nila na hindi naman na-appreciate ng iba. Siyempre, unang-una po magagalit ka at kung ano ang papasok sa isip po ng mga negative. Kaya po, kailangan mayroon magpapagaan ng loob at magpapakalma sa sarili mo. Pangalawa naman po ay shame. Ibig sabihin daw po nito, to control the shame daw po, kailangan mong labanan kasi para sa sarili natin yan. Kung ikikip kasi natin lahat ng bagay na gusto nating ilabas or express, hindi natin na-express kaya kailangan para sa ikakabuti po ng sarili natin. Kaya po, dun tayo sa lalabanan natin ng hiya na mayroon tayo para iwas na rin sa negative effects po sa atin. What are some consequences of poor emotional regulation? Poor emotional regulation, dito po natin nakukuha yung pagkakaroon ng depression, anxiety na dinaranas ng marami ngayon. Mahirap po itong kontrolin lalo na't hindi po ito naiintindihan ng iba. Kaya po need nating mag-adjust sa mga taong may ganito dahil wala po itong gamot. Nagkakaroon din po ito ng addiction gaya na lang ng sinabi dito, yung smoking, drinking, at lalong-lalo na yung drugs na maaari makaapekto sa ating mental health. Kung may problema naman po tayo, subukan po nating itong sabihin sa iba lalong-lalo na sa ating mga magulang. Dahil ang poor emotional regulation ay walang muka, hindi nalalabanan at hindi nagagamot ng iba kung walang gabay ng taong nakapaligid sa atin, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga magulang.
What is the best way of regulating feelings? For me, by simply distracting or doing the things that makes you happy. Halimbawa po dito is yung paglalaro po ng online games para po mabawasan yung negative na iniisip niya. And second po is yung pakikipag-usap po sa mga taong malalapit sa inyo. And then, para po ma-lessen po yung pag-iisip niyo ng negative at ma-maintain niyo po yung good mood at yung is emotion regulation the same as coping? For me, no, because coping is something that has been done or yung mga pangyayari po na pagdaanan niya na or tapos na. And emotion po is yung kung positive or negative yung mararamdaman niyo dun sa nangyari.
What is the importance of emotional regulation or tinatawag natin self-regulation? Self-regulation is the ability to understand and manage our own behavior and reaction. Ang kalagahan ng emotional regulation, ito yung pag-control natin sa sarili natin na pigilan ang ating sarili na gawin ang isang bagay na yon na alam natin kung anong magiging epekto nito sa atin at sa ating mga taong nakakasalamuha. So, dito naman sa emotional regulation is a protective factor against depressive symptoms and anxiety disorders. Siyempre, kapag na-control mo yung sarili mo, puro positive yung magagandang maidulot nito. Tulad ng, for example, sa isang, kapag, for example, ikaw ay galit. So, kapag na-control mo to, hindi ka na magiging galit or wala nang masamang mangyayari sa bawat isa. Then, yun yung sinasabi nating depressive symptoms and anxiety disorders. Yung mga, like, maiwasan natin dito yung anxiety, depression, pagkagalit, and marami pang iba. So, kapag naman na-control natin yung ating emosyon, puro positive ang magagandang bagay ang maidulot nito. Tulad ng it can enhance our well-being na magdudulot naman ng magandang pakikitungo sa bawat isa to have a good communication to each other. That is the importance of self-regulation or emotional regulation to our life, self, communities, and to others.